Andrea loved luxury. She spent money on expensive clothes, beauty treatments, and plastic surgery, believing that money and appearance were the keys to happiness. Meanwhile, Tatiana lived a completely different life. She worked as a cleaner, taking every job she could find just to earn enough money to continue her education. One day, Tatiana received her payment after cleaning a house. She thanked her employer and immediately accepted another cleaning job. She worked at a plastic surgery clinic too, where the doctor praised her for being hardworking and reliable. At the end of the day, Tatiana counted her money at home. She looked worried and whispered, "My God, I have to pay my university fees. I hope this is enough." The next morning, she went to her university to pay for the semester. The clerk counted the money and said, "Tatiana, you only have $124. The total payment is $850, and today is the final deadline." Tatiana pleaded, "Please give me a few more days. I've worked day and night to collect this money." But the clerk shook his head. "If you don't pay the full amount, you will lose your place." Tatiana walked away in tears. "I've worked so hard, but it's still not enough. But I can't give up. I won't let my dream end here." She decided to work even harder. While Tatiana was struggling to build her future, Andrea was living beyond her means. She bought expensive clothes without paying the bills and went through an expensive surgery she couldn't fully afford. Soon the bills began piling up. The boutique demanded payment for her clothes, and the doctor informed her about additional medical expenses from the surgery. Andrea had money, but she never knew how to manage it. Tatiana, on the other hand, continued working multiple jobs. Day after day, she saved every coin she could. She even kept her savings in a small piggy bank. Months passed. Finally, Tatiana returned to the university office. She placed the full payment on the counter. The clerk smiled and said, "Your payment is complete. You can continue your studies. Here is your receipt." Tatiana smiled through tears. "Thank you so much." Her hard work had finally paid off. Years later, everything had changed. Tatiana had become successful and had achieved the dreams she once thought were impossible. But Andrea's life had taken the opposite direction. After losing everything because of her uncontrolled spending, she was now homeless and begging for money. One day, Tatiana saw her. Andrea looked at her with tears in her eyes and said, "How did I end up like this? I had money, luxury, and expensive clothes. I thought having more would make me happier. But by trying to get everything, I ended up losing everything." Tatiana listened quietly. Then she said, "That was your mistake. You thought you had everything because you had material things. I didn't have money, but I had goals, dreams, and the determination to move forward." Andrea lowered her head. Tatiana continued, "Don't focus only on what you've lost. Focus on what you still have. As long as you're alive, you always have another chance to start again." Andrea looked at Tatiana and thanked her for her words. Tatiana then looked at the old piggy bank she had carried through her hardest days. She smiled and said, "There was a time when I saved my last coins in this little box. I never imagined that one day it would become too small to hold my savings." Then she gave one final message. Sometimes we chase money and appearances so hard that we forget what truly matters. Luxury is not the same as happiness. True wealth is built through hard work, patience, honesty, and dreams. Money spent only to impress others can disappear quickly, but what you build through sacrifice stays with you. Never wait until you lose everything to understand your true value, because life isn't about filling a box with money. It's about filling your life with effort, values, and dreams. For more emotional and inspiring stories, follow our YouTube channel Fisk Matt and watch the full video.